the problem 3849 of the Leetcode. That is maximize bitwise XOR after rearrangement. Okay, so let's see what the problem is saying. So you are given two binary strings S and T. Okay, so let's write down whatever has been given in the problem. We have been given two binary strings S and T and each of length n. Okay, so the lengths of these two binary strings are equal and the length is equal to n. Now you may rearrange the characters of T in any order. Okay, then rearrangement in T is possible. Okay, means we can rearrange the characters of T, but S must remain unchanged. Okay, so here we can rearrange T, but for S it is fixed. Okay, you can't do anything with S. Now return a binary string of length n representing the maximum integer value obtainable by taking the bitwise XOR of S and T. Okay, got it. Now let's just try to see the test case. So in the test case 1, we have been given S equals to 1, 0, 1 and your T is given out to be 0, 1, 1. Right? In the initially it has been given like this. Now when we take the XOR of these two, what we will get? 1 XOR 1 is 0, 0 XOR 1 is 1 and 1 XOR 0 is 1. Okay. Now is this the maximum value which we can obtain by taking the XOR, or will there be any other permutation of T or some rearrangement of T where we can maximize this? Okay, so let's try to see that also. For example, if we take S to be the fixed one, S equals to 1, 0, 1, and let's try to rearrange this T. T rearrange. So as we know in XOR table, 0 XOR 0 is your 0, 0 XOR 1 is 1, 1 XOR 0 is 1 and 1 XOR 1 is again 0. So according to XOR table, what we want? We want to create the result to be 0, right? In order to create the result to be 0, for 0 we will try to take 1 and for 1 we will try to take 0, right? So let's see here. So since here 1 is present in S, so we will try to XOR it with 0, right? In order to get the maximum value. So here we did that. Here we will get the result, your result to be 1. Now again with 0, what we will do? We will try to take 1, right? So we took that also and the result we got is 1. Now here as you can see in T, we have 0 count equal to 1 and 1 count equals to 0, right? So as we took 1 0 here, so thus count has been decreased with 0. As we took 1 here, so this 1 count will be decreased to 1. And now with 1 we want 0, right? In order to get the maximum result. But you only tell me whether 0 is present. No, 0 is not present. So we must have to take 1 only here. And after that 1 or 1 we will get 0, right? So this is the maximum possible one only. Now let's take the test case 2 also in order to understand it in a better way. In test case 2, your S is given out to be 0, 1, 1, 0, right? And in your T is given out to be 1, 1, 1, 0. In this 1, 1, 1, 0, what is the count? Let's store 0 count equal to 1 and your 1 count equal to 3, right? This is the initial counts present. Now let's take here T in a rearranged way, right? So we will rearrange it in such a way that our XOR result comes out to be maximum. And how will this XOR result comes out to be maximum? Your output of the XOR of these two bits should come out to be 1, right? Okay. So with 0, what we want from the XOR table, as you can see, in order to get the output to be 1, we want a 1. Okay, so here we assign. So we will decrease the count of 1 to 2. Then what we have here, we have 1. So with 1, what we have to take? We have to take 0 in order to get the maximum figure. So we'll decrease the 0 count to 0. Then what we have? 1. With 1, we again want 0. But 0 is not present since its count has been decreased to 0. So we have to take 1 only. So here also 1 will come. Then with 0, what we want? We want 1. So its count will again decrease to 0 and 1 will come. And the final XOR result is 0 XOR 1 is 1, 1, 0, and then 1. So this is the final output 1, 1, 0, 1. Now let's try to code it here in the Leetcode platform and try to understand it in depth. Okay. So first of all, let's take the length of these two strings. Now for t, what I will take? I'll take the count variables, right? So count 0 equals to 0 and count 1 equals to also 0, and I'll iterate in the string t in order to get these two counts. So if p of I is equal to 0, then I'll increment the 0 count, else I will increment the 1 count. Okay, fine. I got these two counts. Then I'll take a string answer that will store the XOR value. Okay, and yeah, let's try to create this XOR value, right? I less than n, I plus plus. Now, there are two cases. If s of I equals to 0, or if s of I equals to 1. Now you only tell me if s of I equals to 0, means this digit here is 0. So what you want? You want to take 1 with this, right? For t, in order to get the result 1. But for taking this 1, you have to check that your 1 count should be positive, means 1 count should not be 0. Then only you can take this 1. Okay, so let's do that. So if my the my count of 1 is greater than 0, then I can directly take my result to be 1 here, right? So plus equals to 1, else answer plus equals to 0. And here, one more thing, what you have to do, you have to decrease the count 1. And here, what you have to do, you have to decrease the count 0, right? Yeah. Same thing for here also. If your s of I is 1, what you want? You want to take 0 with this. But for that, you have to first check that your 0 is remaining or not. If it is, then you will directly take 0 and the result you will get will be 1, right? So this answer is actually this thing. This answer is storing this result, final computed result, right? I am not taking any string for t rearrange. Instead, I am directly computing the answer. And here, what you will have to do, your count 0 minus minus, else answer plus equals to 0 only, and your count 1 minus minus. That's it. And finally, just return the answer. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it got accepted. Now, one thing which I wanted to tell you, or which might come into your mind, the question is like why we are iterating or why we are solving it from left towards right, right? Because why we are iterating or solving from left to right. The reason behind that, the reason is that you want to maximize the final answer, right? When will your final answer be maximized? The final answer will be maximized when your MSB or the significant bits, maximum significant bits are 1, right? So MSB means maximum significant bit is 1. So you can say that the bits which are present on the left side, right? Since they contribute more in your final calculation of the decimal type, you want to create them as 1. Because here if you will find the decimal conversion of this binary, what you will get? You will get 2 raised to the power 0 into 1 plus 2 raised to the power 1 into 0 plus 2 raised to the power 2 into 1 plus 2 raised to the power 3 into 1, right? So as you can see, the contribution of the bits which are present on the left side are more. They are getting multiplied with 2 raised to the power 3, 2 raised to the power 2 higher values. So we want that the bits which are present on the left hand side to be 1. And after that, if no bits are present here also, then whatever left bit is present, we will just assign them. Okay. So for that reason, we are iterating from left to right in order to make the left side of our final answer to be more significant, or in order to make them as 1, right? So that is the reason behind iterating from left to right. I hope you got the answer and the solution and the approach. If there is any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you.